Hey guys, Jules with Healthies here, bringing you another weekend yoga flow. Get nice and cozy. We're going to start on our backs today. Today's class is all about feeling great, moving the body a little bit, working out the kinks, and just bringing us into our weekend. So go ahead and lay on your back on your mat or on a cozy slice of floor, wherever that may be. And we're just going to start by hugging those knees into our chest and coming into a nice soft breath. So breathe in through the nose and just sigh it out through the mouth. And maybe we start to do a little body scan as we continue to breathe in and sigh out. And just bring some gentle movement into any areas of your body that you might be holding some tension. So for me, it's always neck and shoulders and jaw especially. So even just wiggling your jaw a little bit can feel really good to help relieve some tension. Hug those knees in a little bit closer and start to lengthen out your breath. And slowly let your feet come down to the mat. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Arms can gently come out to the sides as we slowly windshield wiper the knees from left to right. We'll be doing a lot of twisting today, wringing it out. So we'll start nice and small. We'll bring the knees back to center. This time on your inhale, breathe in a little bit deeper, all the way down into the belly. And hold your breath here at the top for 3, 2, and 1. Take a slow sigh out. You can slowly open the eyes. Send one leg straight up to the ceiling. Gently hang on behind the thigh. If you need to keep the knee bent, that's fine. Let's bring a little movement into the ankle and into the toes. Rolling through that foot, flexing and pointing. And then with the foot flexed, we'll bend the knee into our shoulder. Inhaling and exhale, send the heel to the sky. So getting a nice deep stretch along the back of the leg. Inhale, hug it in. And exhale, send the leg long. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale, take a big stretch. Send the arms out to the side. Cross the leg over your body, come into a big old spiral here. And if this is a super intense stretch for you, you can soften this knee, as I know the outer hamstring is really feeling it right here. And just gently guide that leg across with your opposite hand, and then maybe shift the shoulders a little bit to open up even more. Take one more inhale. A big sigh. Bend the knee in. And come back to center. Just recenter yourself if you need to wiggle at all. You're allowed to wiggle in yoga. Send your other leg straight up. Hang on behind the leg. And gently start to move through the ankle. Inhaling. And exhaling. then pause with the foot flexed. On your next inhale, draw the knee in towards your shoulders. Exhale, send the legs straight back up. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, send it way up. And one last time. And we'll gently guide the leg across, opening up the opposite arm. Your foot does not have to touch the floor here. You can prop it up with your arm. Bend the leg in, whatever you need. Sometimes even a pillow underneath the foot can help. Breathe deep into this spiral. And then gently bend the knee and bring it on center. Do a little wiggle, center yourself on the mat. Hug your knees in. And then place your arms by your sides and send both feet straight up to the sky. We are going to work a little bit today. On an inhale, lower the legs just a few inches just to say, hello, abs. I know you're here. We're going to work a little bit. Exhale, draw those legs back towards your nose. Nice and slow. Again, inhale. Just send those legs long. Really connect down all the way from shoulders to fingertips. And exhale, bring it on in. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale. If you want to, if you can, if your back can stay on the floor, maybe send those legs out a little further. And let's do one final rep here. Inhale, reaching the legs, and exhale. Pull it in, give them a hug. Do a little circle here. A little rock side to side. And then let your feet come down to the mat, hip distance apart, but scoot those heels in really close towards your butt. And then reach the arms long like you're trying to touch your heels with your fingertips. Tuck the shoulders underneath of you. On an inhale, peel up off the floor. Hips are going to lift. And on an exhale, lower back down. Really roll through the spine. Let's do that a few times with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Really connect down through all four corners of the feet. Pressing into the arms. Keep the neck soft. And one more time. Inhale, big lift. Exhale, lower down. Good, and hug those knees in. Let's take opposite circles with the knees here. Just warming up the hip joints. Reverse when you're ready. And then feet are going to come right back to where they were, so scoot those heels in. Retuck the shoulders. Arms are long. This time we're going to flow with the arms. As you peel up on an inhale, float those arms up overhead. Heart comes to chin. Exhale, float them on back down. And again, inhale, big lift. Nice long reach. Exhale. Back down. Let's do a few more rounds. Fill the lungs. Exhale all the air out. Breathe deep into the belly. And we'll do one more round. Big lift. And exhale, lower it on down. Give those knees a nice big hug. And let's rock side to side here, just massaging the lower back into the mat. And your feet can come to rest down on the mat. Take your arms out by your sides. And we're gonna work a little bit more of that spiral action. So one leg is gonna come across, reach all the way down to come across like you're drawing a big semicircle. And then retrace that circle right back to where we started from. And we'll go the other way, so down and across. Tracing a nice big circle. And coming back to our starting point. So we'll inhale as we reach out to the side. Exhale to come back to center. Inhale to sweep. And exhale to return. Just flowing with your own breath here. And we'll do one more each side. And then hug the knees in. I'm sorry if you hear my washing machine right now. We're hanging out in the basement doing laundry today. It's a good laundry day. We can almost imagine it's a little stream trickling by. Gotta add humor, right? Alright, let's activate the core a little more. Bring the nose up to your knees. Exhale. Inhale, send one leg forward and draw the other leg in deeper. Exhale back in. And inhale, we'll switch legs. Exhale, big hug. Inhale, reach the leg. Exhale, hug it in. So we'll just go back and forth a few times with the breath. Trying to get those shoulders higher and higher off the floor. Just creating a little fire in the abs today. It's that kind of weekend. Let's do one more each side. And then relax the head back down. Maybe shake the head from left to right, nice and gently. And then peel the head, neck, and shoulders back up. Bring the heels together. We're sending the arms long. This is a low boat pose. So if you know abs might not be your strong suit, just start by reaching your feet to the sky, right? So even right there, I feel the abdominal wall engage. And the more confident you feel, the stronger those abs get. We can lower the legs closer and closer to the floor. Let's inhale to reach the legs out and exhale, draw it back in. Try to keep those shoulders off the floor, sending energy out through the fingertips. And we'll do one more. Let's hold here for a breath. And draw the knees in, relax your head. Definitely was shaking on that one. Send one leg way up. Climb up that leg towards your ankle and send the other leg out, maybe about 45 degrees. Give a little stretch and slowly scissor the legs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to pull. Exhale to switch. Try to relax the shoulders a bit. Put all of that work into the core. Let's do one more each side. Draw both legs up and then bend it in. Shake your head from side to side. Windshield wiper those knees. Recenter yourself. Arms are going out into a T. Palms face the floor. Arms are really important on this one. We're going to do a nice big dynamic windshield wiper. Really press from shoulder all the way down into your fingertips. And as we twist, try not to let that shoulder pop off the mat. Inhale, float one leg up to a tabletop. Exhale, float the other leg up. And we are going to move from side to side. Inhale, both legs over to one side. Just till you feel those abs engage. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, legs to the other side. And exhale, back to center. Check in, make sure knees are staying right over those hips. If you pull the knees in too close, the abs stop working. We want them to work. Just flow with your breath here. Inhale to reach away. Try not to touch the floor. Really press into those arms. And we'll do one more each side. Nice strong breath to carry you through. And hug those knees in. Do a little rock if that feels great. We're going to make our way up to seated. Cross those ankles. Take a hold of the outer edges of your feet. And just do a little rock and roll a couple times. All the way up and down the spine. Very rounded spine here. Just for fun, this might be my favorite yoga move. And when you've had enough fun, you can pause the video and keep on rolling. Just for some fun. Find a nice comfortable seated position. If hip flexors are real tight, I recommend sitting up on a pillow or a block of some sort. Just to give you a little extra stability, a little extra mobility. So nice and tall. We'll take hands to the front of the shins. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, we'll circle around all the way to the side and then sink into your back. Let those shoulder blades stretch. Inhale, brings your heart forward, open up. Exhale, we round back into the spine. If you're finding any spots that are particularly stiff or tight or knotted up, just hang out there and breathe. Woo, my right shoulder needs a little extra love today. And when you're ready, just reverse that circle. Also another favorite yoga move. Come back to your center. Sitting nice and tall, we'll bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach way up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms, my favorite type of plant. Inhale, big reach up, palms touch. And exhale, let's walk it forward. Just fold over the hips, so big hip stretch here. Let the crown of your head go. We're gonna stretch from tailbone all the way into the neck. On an inhale, roll it up one backbone at a time. Stacking one backbone on top of the other. And let's inhale, roll those shoulders all the way up to the ears, and exhale, relax them on down. Hands come back to the heart. Inhale, big stretch up. Exhale, cactus arms, engage the back body. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, we dive forward. Plant one hand right in the center, right out in front of your nose. Inhale, reach your opposite arm even further forward, past the other fingertips, all the way up to the sky and around. You can take a half bind if you'd like, or just keep reaching. So half bind, you're taking fingertips to opposite hip and rotating the rib cage up to the sky. Exhale, release the arm back down. And inhale, roll it on up. Hands come to heart. Inhale, big reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach. And exhale, dive forward. Maybe you can stretch a little deeper into the hips this time. Now that we're warming up, plant your other hand, reach it forward, inhale up and back. Optional half bind. And exhale that arm back around. And on an inhale, stack your spine one backbone at a time. Sitting nice and tall. Swing those legs around. We'll just take a few rounds of cat-cow on your own breath timing. You don't have to go as fast or as slow as I am. Anything that feels good, and any variation that feels good too. So you don't just have to stick with, the straight up and down cat-cow. I kind of enjoy a little oblique stretch sometimes. Make sure you're moving through a full range of motion. So feel free to pause this and just hang out in cat-cow for 10 or 15 minutes if you want. We are going to move on, if you're ready, by tucking those toes, engaging the lower abdominals, and lifting the hips high into a downward facing dog. Just pedaling out the feet right and left. Maybe do a little head shake, yes and no. Stretching all the way from hips to heels, nice and easy. And when you're ready, we'll bring big toes together. Lift those heels all the way up, send the hips even higher, and exhale the heels down towards the floor. Inhale your right heel way up behind you. Exhale, leave it there. Inhale, lift it a little higher. And then exhale, we'll take a nice slow, big step forward. So really try and lift up to go over. Finding a nice long runner's lunge here. Let's take a little shift forward and back. Down dog, got my sinuses. It's allergy season. Keep a nice strong back leg here. Really press through that heel, engage the quad, even like kind of do a little tap here. Just remind that leg to keep working. Opposite hand is planting next to that front foot. Lengthen the spine. On an inhale, we'll spiral across, fingertips to the sky. Big inhale, big exhale. Just remind those shoulders to take a little chill pill. It's the weekend. They don't need to be tense. And exhale the arm back down. Deep hamstring stretch. Inhale, straighten through that front leg. Walk the fingertips back as you sink the back heel down. So a little modified pyramid pose here. If this is like absolutely not happening for you, keep the front leg bent as much as you need. Hop that back leg in if you need to, right? Your fingertips do not have to be on the floor. You can take a hand to your shin. You can lengthen out. So really modify this for what those hamstrings are telling you today. We'll take a few deep breaths here. Keep reaching your heart out past your toes. So we're lengthening the upper body. And then on your next exhale, take it back down. Flow through a little mini vinyasa. So we haven't done one yet today, so I'm going to take my knees down through a modified chaturanga. Maybe a little shoulder roll here. Inhale into a cobra. If you're like all warmed up and ready to do a full vinyasa, you go for it. And when you are ready, you can take a child's pose here. If you're ready to move on with me, take it back to your downward facing. Let's lift up on those toes again. Heels lift high. Inhale. Lift your hips up and back even further as you sink the heels down. Inhale the left heel up this time. Exhale, leave it there. Inhale, big lift. And exhale. Take a nice slow ripple forward. Trying to lift your shin away from your mat. And then find that long runner's lunge. So finding space, finding length. Just shifting a little forward and back. Engage the core here. Right, we're not collapsed on this front leg. I'm almost trying to lift away from the front leg. Pressing through that back heel. Reminding Mr. Quad to tighten up. Give us a little support. Plant the front hand on an inhale, big spiral open. Take one more breath in. Exhale, slowly unwind. And we'll take it into that hamstring stretch pyramid. You can hop the back foot in a touch. Carefully straighten through the front leg. Keeping the upper body, the spine, nice and lengthened. Right, the goal is not nose to knee. The goal is length. Exhale, rebend into that front knee. And let's flow through vinyasa. Maybe we can try a full vinyasa this time. Full chaturanga. If you're ready for up dog, we'll take it up. Use those abs as you exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale the right heel up. Exhale, step it through. We're gonna move a little faster this time. Inhale into that spiral. Exhale, bring it back down. We'll repeat that inhale spiral. Exhale, lower. One more time. Exhale, back down. Hop the back foot in about 6 inches to a foot. Straighten through the front leg. On an inhale, press into those feet. Airplane arms as we rise halfway up. So you're pushing into those feet like you're gonna tear your yoga mat in half. Mine's like creasing right now. Energy out through the fingertips, tailbone, crown of the head. Really driving down into both feet. Lifting up through the abdominals. Something I still have to remind myself to do. And exhale, fold over that front leg, rebend the knee, and take it through a vinyasa. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left heel nice and high. Exhale, take it forward. Nice lifted transition there. Plant the hand, inhale, big rotation. Exhale, bring it down 2 more times. Inhale, fill those lungs. Exhale, all the air out. 1 more time. Back foot hops in just a touch, straightening both legs or keeping the front leg soft. And on an inhale, we lengthen and rise up, airplane arms. Keep those quads pulled up, protecting the knees. We don't want to jam them back. Take 2 more deep breaths. Low back is working. We're building strength here in the back body. Exhale, lower down. Bend into that front knee and we'll flow through. From down dog, inhale the right heel high. Exhale, big step through. Inhale, spiral open across the front leg. Exhale, let's take a little half bind here, fingertips to opposite hip, which is always optional. It's pretty tough on the shoulders. Inhale, reach back up. On your exhale, we're pushing into the feet and rising up, holding the spiral. Just for 1 inhale. A lot of work on the legs. Exhale, bring it back down. Lower the top arm, step it on in. Feet are parallel. Inhale. We lengthen and rise up halfway. And exhale, we come back down. Bend into that front knee. Hop the back foot back just a touch. We're gonna try for 1 balance in warrior 3. So pushing off the back leg, driving through the front leg. On an inhale, we press and lift ourselves up to warrior 3. We're gonna keep these airplane arms. Let's take 1 more breath. Nice short little balance here. Come back down. Good job. And flow through your version of vinyasa. And we'll do the left side. Inhale, big lift up. Exhale, big step through. Lengthen out. Inhale. Nice big spiral across. Exhale, optional half bind or just hang out in that spiral. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, lift the arm. Here's our big lift up. Inhale up into that spiral. Reach in opposite directions. On your next exhale, bring it back down. Turn everything forward. Hop the back foot in. Press into the feet. Inhale, nice big lift. Lengthen out even more. Exhale, bend the front knee. Hop the back foot back a touch. And here's our final balance of the day. Nice big inhale as we lift off into warrior 3 with airplane arms. Exhale, slowly with control, lower. Plant those hands, flow through 1 final vinyasa. Exhale, bring those knees down to your mat. And take them to the very outer edges of your mat, sinking the hips back, finding a little child's pose here. Nice long arms. And use that exhale to relax. Slowly with an inhale, start to walk your hands back towards your knees. Going to a tall kneeling position. We'll let the breath start to calm down a little bit, bring that heart rate down a little bit. Sitting onto one hip, we'll swing the legs around, sending them long in front, still sending energy out through the heels. We'll sit nice and tall on an inhale, big reach up overhead. Exhale, diving forward, reaching out past those toes, figuratively or literally. Keep reaching and lengthening. And then exhale, you can just collapse over those legs. Take a breath or two. And slowly roll it up to seated. Make your way down onto your back. Scoot towards the center of your mat. With control, lower down. Hug the knees into your chest. Do a gentle rock side to side. If there are any final stretches or maybe an inversion that you'd like to take, now's your time. We'll send it out into Shavasana when you're ready. I'm going to keep mine pretty short today, but if you want to hang out here, go ahead and pause the video and move on when you're ready. Let everything go, let everything melt. When you're ready to move on, just invite a little bit of small movement back into the body, starting with the hands and feet, ankles and wrists. A gentle rock side to side with the head. Carefully, we'll roll onto one side. Press up to a comfortable seated position. Bring hands to heart center. Let's seal in that lovely little practice today. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. Weekend yoga with Jules. It's kind of my favorite thing for my weekend. Let's bring thumbs to third eye center and bow forward. Namaste. Have an awesome weekend, guys.